In this demo scenario, we'll talk about a very common business process in most organizations called order to cash. Now, to demonstrate this scenario, we have 4 steps. First, we'll start by creating a sales order. Then we'll post the sales order. We'll view the invoice details and then register the customer payment. So let's begin by creating a new sales order. So I'm logged into Dynamics 365 Business Central. I have all the shortcuts that I need to simplify the experience in many of the common tasks, such as entering in data. So you'll see here right at the top, I have that action item to be able to create a new sales order. I could either type in the customer name or I could just choose from the list of my customers. I'll select that company. And now what I can do is I can continue to tab across the fields, or I could just simply select enter, and that'll shortcut me directly to one of the fields that I've designated as the next logical step in entering data. Now I can go ahead and type the item name or select the item number. Notice if I type in the name into the item number field and then I select tab, Business Central understands what I was trying to perform, and it'll actually put in the item number in the appropriate column and then place the corrective description in its appropriate column. I'll tab across the windows. Now, I have some ability now by selecting something called focus mode that can streamline and enhance the data entry. So if I select on focus mode, you'll notice I get a much larger real estate or additional space where I can enter in line items on the particular document. Let's go ahead and select the items. And by holding down my control key on my keyboard or my shift key, I can choose multiple items. So in this case here, I just did a multi-select. I select OK. And now I have additional line items enter my field. Again, much streamlined experience. I could exit that focus mode, and now you see that I've entered in my sales order ending in 1005. Well, the next step is to post the sales order. So I'll return back into the sales order, and under the posting menu, I'll just select preview posting. I just want to make sure I understand the impact this will have on our ledger accounts. Everything looks good, so I'll go ahead and select post. And depending on the business process within the organization would determine what selection I make here. In this scenario, we're going to go ahead and ship and invoice at the same time just to streamline this process. And I select OK. And now that sales order has been moved out of the ongoing sales order list. The next step is just to view the invoice details. So from the home page, I'll select the sales menu and I'll choose posted sales invoices. And you'll see at the top of the list, this is sorted with the most current invoice at the top. The invoice that I just created for that customer, I can click on the link and that'll open up the invoice that I posted, as well as I can see additional details or the statistics regarding this particular invoice. So again, a very comprehensive view of the sales order, including profit, margins, cost, etc. And then the last step is to register the customer payment. So from the home page, you'll see I have a shortcut for payments. And by selecting that, I'm going to go ahead and register the customer payments. I'll select a datum, which is the submitted payment for their most recent order. And I'll preview that posting. I've got the check, the money that will be applied. And then I'll post the payments. And then if I scroll down back at the home page, you'll notice here, if I click into my checking account, you'll see that that payment that I received from that customer has been applied accordingly. So what you just saw in order to cash, be able to create a sales order, post the sales order, see the invoice details, and then receive payment to that. Really, the benefits is to increase productivity, and as you saw in many scenarios or actions here, is a way to reduce time in data entry.